Hello. Hello, welcome, and happy National Battery Day. My name's Bryn, and we are here live with Mazza Recycling. Thanks for joining us. While we're waiting for a few more people to join in, I just wanted to say before we jump into the program, please follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram, Mazza Recycling. And throughout this broadcast, you can leave comments or questions, and we will be able to see them and answer them throughout. So please feel free, if you have any questions or comments about National Battery Day, to leave them on any of our social media platforms. I will be joined later in the program by Nihal Tammana, the 11-year-old co-founder of Recycle My Battery. But before we do that, let me tell you all about why you are here. So it's National Battery Day. This holiday is celebrated each year on February 18th to appreciate the convenience of batteries in our everyday lives. From household appliances to laptops, cell phones, and other portable electronics, batteries are there to help power our modern day world. So what happens when those batteries lose their charge? Well, batteries are recyclable, but just like any other recyclable item, there is a proper way to dispose of them. As consumers, it is important to responsibly dispose of the batteries we use. While many think the solution to recycling batteries is just dropping them in your household recycling bin, that poses a danger to our recycling stream, which contains highly flammable materials, items like cardboard, paper, and metal. So what happens when you don't recycle batteries properly? Well, in order to better explain that, our MRF, Material Recovery Facility Plant Manager, Christian Morgan, is with us to briefly touch on some of the dangers he's witnessed in our residential recycling facility. So Christian, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with seeing batteries in the sorting plants?
Me too. So, it's definitely important to recycle batteries, but it's important to recycle them properly. Your recycling bin at home is not the right place to do it. There are special means to recycle batteries. They need to be kept separately. In the plant, in our process, batteries are definitely a fire hazard. So there are dozens of examples, times that I've witnessed fires as a result of batteries being put into the recycling. So it's important for batteries not to be dropped or crushed. Batteries in and of themselves are flammable. Many batteries produce hydrogen gas. There's also electricity, so when you're dropping them or crushing them, oftentimes they explode and actually cause fires. So I have seen fires on tip floors when garbage trucks dump. I've seen computers ignite and start on fire as a result of the battery. Various types of batteries, maybe batteries that you would find in the little electric cars that kids would drive around the yard, computer batteries, all sorts of other electronic devices that people throw out, cell phones, vapes. All of those things have batteries that explode and cause fires. Also, I've seen fires on different conveyor belts, and in the baling process, when we separate commodities and we bale those commodities, it's common for batteries to start on fire. And thankfully, it hasn't happened in this facility or any of the facilities that I've been in. But it's very common for batteries to start fires in MRFs and recycling plants like this that actually destroy the whole plant and cause devastating and catastrophic damage.
My microphone was off. Thank you, Christian, for that information. For those of you who are just joining in, it's National Battery Day, and that was Christian Morgan, our plant manager, discussing the dangers of improperly recycling your batteries. Without further ado, I would like to invite our special guest, Nihal Tammana. Nihal Tammana is an 11-year-old sixth grade student at Woodrow Wilson Middle School in Edison, New Jersey. His mission is to bring a culture of change to the way in which people think and act with used household batteries, and to also create public awareness on the ill effects of the unscientific ways of battery disposal. He strongly believes that better recycling practices at an early stage of life will take his generation a long way in creating better citizens for future generations to come. And we could not agree more at Mazza Recycling. So I was welcoming Nihal onto the stream. Hi, Nihal, how are you?
I'm good, fine, thank you. How are you?
Great, it's good to see you. Thanks for being part of our live stream. So I just have a couple questions for you, but before we jump into that, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your goals prior to starting the Recycle My Battery organization?
Okay, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Nihal Tammana. I'm an 11-year-old, sixth grade, studying at Woodrow Wilson Middle School in Edison, New Jersey. So I was born and raised here in the United States of America, while my parents were migrants from India. I have a younger sister named Nitya Gopika, and she's a 6-year-old, and she's studying at Woodbrook Elementary School. My favorite hobbies are to draw. If you want, I can show you some of my recent drawings. So, can you please share the recent drawings?
I would love for you to share them. Do you have any with you? I don't have any on hand.
Okay, it's fine. And my other hobby is to read science-related non-fiction books. So I enjoy reading non-fiction books, and I really enjoy reading science-related books. So my goals are to become a scientist, mainly on space. So I want to become an astronomer or any kind of space scientist, and I really want to become a professional artist because I'm very good at art. So those are the goals, some of the goals which are prior to recycle my battery, which I really want to achieve.
Awesome. All right. So can you tell us a little bit more about Recycle My Battery, the history of the organization, as well as how it's grown?
Okay, so Recycle My Battery is a nonprofit organization founded by me 1.5 years ago back in 2019. I started this company when I've seen many news articles of fires being caused by none other than used batteries. Also, the most saddest part is that more than 15 billion batteries are thrown away every year, which is polluting the earth. But wait, before we get more into that, this is the main reason why I started this company. The main reason why I started this company was when I saw my dad on the news. So I saw my dad's name as founder on the news. This pretty inspired me. So this inspired me and told me, and I really wanted to be a founder of my own organization as well. So, so that's when I went to my dad and I asked him if I could start my own organization. He said no because I was too young to become an entrepreneur. I asked him one more time and he said, "Okay, sure, you can start your own company, but what do you want to do?" I said I wanted to start my own company based on plastic recycling because I've seen many people throw away their used plastic in the rivers of India. And also, and it was very bad. So then my dad said, since we live here in the United States of America and we don't live all the way in India, why don't you focus in the United States of America before you move on to other countries? So that's why I chose battery recycling because I've seen many news articles of fires being caused by none other than used batteries. Also, more than 15 billion batteries are thrown away every year worldwide. So I have a new dream to achieve. So before I even started recycling my battery, I did a small market study on 20 people to see if they were recycling their used batteries properly. 2 people out of the 20 people said that they knew about this recycling process, but they were not getting time to recycle their used batteries properly. Other than that, everybody else said that they never even knew about this recycling process and they were throwing their used batteries in the trash. So after this small market study, I started recycling my battery to help everyone recycle their used batteries properly and to defend Mother Earth from all the toxins and the pollution being caused by batteries. So my goal was to bring down the 15 billion batteries thrown away every year to zero. So zero batteries are thrown away every year. But this would take me 100 years to achieve because I was the only one in the company back then, and it was a very small organization back then. So I would need the help of hundreds of kids so we could achieve our goal. So more than 70 plus kids have joined our company and they're helping us in recycling our used batteries properly to make Earth a better place to live. It's because of them we have recycled more than 65,000 plus used batteries. We educated over 500,000 plus kids and adults combined, and we have also won more than 4 national awards, including the New Jersey Governor's Excellence Award, and we have gotten appreciation from the senators of New Jersey. So, and also, we have partnered with many organizations, including Caught to Recycle, which is the nation's biggest battery recycling nonprofit organization in the United States and Canada. So we partnered with them, and they're giving them their battery bins for free, and then they're picking up our battery bins for free. So thank you so much, Caught to Recycle, for partnering with us. We have also partnered with Best Brains, the nation's biggest learning center in the United States, and it has more than 150 plus locations all over the United States of America. So they partnered with us. Then the last company that we have partnered with is IT Serve Alliance, a company which is supporting us as one of the CSR initiatives, which has more than 1,200 companies. There are more companies, including Redwood Materials and Mazza Recycling, who are helping us as well. So we hope Mazza Recycling helps us in recycling our used batteries properly and and bringing down the 15 billion batteries thrown away every year to zero. So zero batteries are thrown away every year. Everybody who's on the live stream right now, please do recycle your used batteries properly so we can build one step towards our dream. So please do support us.
Thank you so much. So like Nihal said, there are proper ways to dispose of your batteries. Mazza Recycling does recycle car batteries. We have a neighbor who recycles electronics and other types of batteries. It's Monmouth Wire. And then Nihal has Recycle My Battery, his organization where he brings bins to collect batteries from schools, offices, and he partners with those amazing organizations that he mentioned as well. So there are many ways to recycle batteries, and if you find a certified location where you can bring your batteries, it's much, much safer, as our plant manager, Christian Morgan, said, than throwing them in your recycling stream where they could end up at a recycling facility and potentially cause a fire or something. So my next question for you, Nihal, is where does Recycle My Battery operate?
Okay, so Recycle My Battery operates mainly here in the United States of America, but some kids, it was a national company. But some kids started joining from Canada, India, and also some kids started supporting us from Switzerland. So now it became from national to an international company.
Very nice. So what kinds of places do you and your team members place those battery recycling bins?
Okay, I will explain that right now so you can get an idea. We place battery bins in many different locations, such as offices, leasing offices, schools, companies and many companies, libraries, and many different other locations. So mainly we're focusing on schools and libraries because they have the most people to educate. So if you guys want a battery bin, you can go to the Recycle My Battery website and you can request for a battery bin and fill out the basic info so we can offer you a free battery bin and you can place it wherever you want. So that's the communication. That's how you can communicate with us for a free battery bin.
Awesome. And can you let everyone watching know what types of batteries that they can throw in that bin?
So car batteries is like every other battery, they can put in the battery bin, but most of the batteries which they put in the battery bin need terminal protection. Terminal protection is nothing but placing tape on positive and negative side of the batteries. So every battery needs terminal protection except outline batteries. Outline batteries is not that dangerous compared to other batteries, so you can just toss them in the battery bin without terminal protection. So the only battery which we don't accept is car batteries because it's so huge that it can't even fit in the battery bin.
All right, awesome. And Mazza Recycling takes those car batteries. So if you are in the Monmouth County area and you need to recycle a car battery, you can give us a call. We have a question about where you can recycle batteries near Marlboro, Manalapan, and Freehold, all towns in Monmouth County. We have a neighbor right up the road from us in Tinton Falls. So their name is Monmouth Wire. They recycle batteries and electronics. Nihal, if you want to go to his website, recyclemybattery.org, you can reach out to him. He's a champion of battery recycling, so I'm sure that he can also provide a more convenient way for you to dispose of your batteries. My next question for you, Nihal, is when did you start Recycle My Battery? And when did you realize that there was a need for this type of organization?
So I started, okay, sure, I'll answer it. But I started Recycle My Battery 1.5 years ago in 2019. I realized that there was a need for this type of organization after our market study, which I mentioned earlier in our previous question. So the market study consists of 20 people that we go around, we go on the community and we ask 20 people if they were recycling their used batteries properly. 2 of the 20 people said that they knew about this recycling process, but they never knew what to do with their used batteries. So that's fine. But everybody else, all the rest, the remaining 18 people said that they never knew about this recycling process and they were just throwing their used batteries in the trash. So that's the main thing which inspired me to start our company, our campaign, Recycle My Battery, to bring awareness and also provide free battery bins to all of the people to make our beloved Earth a better place to live.
Thank you. So we did have a couple more questions come in. So what do they do with the batteries they collect in those bins? Before I ask Nihal, because I know he partners with some great organizations that recycle batteries, I do want to point out that batteries are recyclable if you bring them to the proper places where they can be recycled. They're turned into materials like steel and golf clubs and things of that nature. So they are definitely recyclable. As Nihal said, you have to properly dispose of them with tape, individual bags, especially if they are 9-volt batteries or something like a lithium ion battery. Make sure that you are properly disposing of them in the bins. And another question, what happens to the recycled batteries? So I think I answered that a little bit, but Nihal, do you want to talk about what you do with your recycled batteries?
Sure, yeah, sure. Of course I would talk about it. So after the battery bin is full, we send them off to Kata Recycle, and Kata Recycle is happy to recycle our used batteries properly, more further. So they're giving us battery bins for free, and we're sending the battery bins off to Kata Recycle for free. So they're offering to take our batteries and they're recycling it more further. So thank you so much, Kata Recycle, for partnering with us. We could not have done it without you.
Awesome. And Nihal, with his nonprofit organization, has recycled more than 55,000 batteries in their recycling bin program. So great job, Nihal. I'm so excited to have you here with us. I have one more question for you. Why did you start Recycle My Battery? And why is it so important to recycle batteries as opposed to why is it so important to recycle them properly? Why did you choose batteries over other types of materials?
Sure, I'll answer that right now. So I chose batteries instead of other materials because like the plastic, so let's take plastic recycling, for example. I never did plastic recycling here in the United States because everybody already knew about plastic recycling and they were just recycling their plastic properly. But batteries, after our small market study, I realized that nobody even knew about this process all around the world and here in the United States of America. Only some people knew about the process, but most of them never knew. So that was one idea which gave me to start our company, Recycle My Battery. So this leads us to the other question. Why did I start recycling my battery? I started recycling my battery, like I said earlier, because of all of the fires being caused by none other than used batteries. Also, more than 15 billion batteries are thrown away every year worldwide. And also, due to the chemicals inside batteries, many animals are at risk of extinction because a lot of animals are dying due to the batteries. So that's why I started recycling my battery to defend our Mother Earth from batteries being thrown away in the trash.
Awesome. Well, you have a lot to be proud of. We are so happy that you started this wonderful organization. As our plant manager said earlier, and we talked about earlier, in case you missed that portion of the broadcast, recycling batteries in single stream recyclables with paper and cardboard and metal cans is very dangerous and could cause a fire. And it's very close to home for us at Mazza Recycling. Because obviously that poses a danger to our workers, our facility. We want to make sure by celebrating this National Battery Day and by bringing Nihal on to our live stream that you all know that it is dangerous to recycle batteries incorrectly, and we want to bring public awareness to you all and educate you a little bit more on how to properly recycle batteries. So thank you, Nihal, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for being part of this live stream. We hope you have a wonderful National Battery Day. And it's a little snowy in Monmouth County, so everybody stay warm and safe out there. And once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Mazza Recycling, for inviting me over to talk about why recycling the battery is really important. So we built one step towards our dream thanks to you guys.
Thank you. All right, everybody, have a good one. Bye, Nihal.
Bye.
Bye.